okay. Been feeling really wobbly and talking about Magdalene, baby Magda. And I turned around and there was some really nice, those clouds were on a bright blue background, they looked amazing. I took a photo and then I turned around again a minute later and it's doing that, which is obviously, it's just the sunset, isn't it? How lovely. But I was talking through Magdalene's life and talking about her soul, maybe her soul's reasons for wanting the experience of the twin pregnancy, identical twin pregnancy, which we saw a lot of on the scans. We saw scans every couple of weeks or every month because it was a complicated pregnancy, and we saw them interacting loads and loads. And we also saw them, one of the last, I think it was the last scan, and the scan thing went across one of them and she looked straight at the scanner. And it was like they were looking at us, and then the scanner went over the other baby, Magda, down below, and she was looking straight at us as well. I couldn't quite believe what I'd seen, because these dark eyes in the darkness, in the dark womb, were feeling this ultrasound and listening. I think listening to our voices and me with my very distinctive kind of laugh and a very distinctive booming. I can't describe it, intonation to my voice, and obviously Mum must sound like a drain, when you're in the womb, and then the nurse who was doing it, the obstetrician that was doing the scan, and that was the last scan before they were born, and they were born at coming up to very nearly 36 weeks by planned C-section. Because it had been such a complicated pregnancy, we were told that was our only choice. And I looked into it and I kind of agreed. It was a very, very difficult, well, we weren't given any choice, but had it been my womb, would I have fought it? Probably, knowing me, I'm an absolute bastard for fighting orthodox medicine. And I probably, and knowing now what I know now about the end result of everything, we probably would have, if it had been me and I'd have refused and given birth naturally, we could have lost them both, or we certainly could have lost Pandora, the one who survived. Well, she would not have made it had we waited for a natural birth to occur, and in fact both of them could have been lost. So rock and a hard place, I'd say. Absolutely rock and a hard place. I think we were going to lose one of them, whatever, and we could have easily lost the two. That's how precarious the pregnancy was for my daughter and me, because I was main support for Lily's pregnancy, and she lived with me, and they lived with me. Obviously Magdalene never came home, so Magdalene died at 8 days old. I'm going to try and write a bit of a blog piece. This is a kind of very sweet, almost, it's, I can't remember the words, barely there sunset, which is a bit like Magdalene's life really. She was a barely there baby, except she was there. When she arrived, she was so awake. That's what I was talking about. I was saying this thing about why would a soul incarnate? She had the twin experience, and they were so active together, the two of them in the womb. They were obviously very alive and very interactive. They knew each other so well. It was beautiful to see them dancing on the scans. And then when they were born, they were separated, which was heartbreaking for me. I couldn't bear it. They put in 2 different tubs, 2 different incubator type scenarios for totally different reasons. They both got 2 different things happening,